Hey everyone, I just wanted to remind you / fill you in on what happened at our last discussion night so that you're up to speed for our next one. This fall we are talking about compassion from the inside out. Sometimes there are barriers to knowing and fully understanding what someone needs in a particular moment, and our actions just don't quite hit the mark, even though we mean well. Compassion isn't just a feeling, and it also isn't just actions. Compassion is a way of life that God invites us to join in on. So what does compassion mean for you? The English word for compassion literally means to suffer together. But compassion, of course, comes in all sorts of shapes and forms. Compassion might mean serving in a community organization, or it might mean good sportsmanship on the ice, or it could mean being with someone who's lonely. It could also mean just having patience with a family member who's going through something hard. When we look at Jesus and the life that he lived of compassion, we can see the steps that he takes to love and care for others, and it can be kind of surprising. There is this fantastic story about Jesus in the Gospel of Mark, where he's walking through the city of Jericho, which is a city that's occupied by Rome at the time, and so that meant that there was a lot of oppression and mistreatment of people, but it was also the city that Herod made his winter resort, and so there were a lot of wealthy people around. And so Jesus is walking along and he encounters blind Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus calls out to him and says, "Jesus, have mercy on me." And the crowd around him says, "Be quiet, don't say anything to him." But Jesus hears him and Jesus says, "Call him here." And so then suddenly the crowd has a change of heart and they say, "Get up, be encouraged, he's calling you." And so he does, and Jesus looks at Bart and says, "What do you want me to do for you?" You see, Jesus doesn't assume that he knows what Bartimaeus needs in that moment. He takes time to listen. He doesn't jump to conclusions and fix the problem that he thinks he sees. He invites Bartimaeus into conversation. He's present. He's listening. And of course, then Jesus does heal him because Bartimaeus says, "I want to see." And then Jesus tells him that his faith has healed him. He doesn't say, "I have healed you." He invites and includes Bartimaeus in the community of faith. Compassion is not just an action, it's an interaction. It's a conversation and a moment with another person who is also loved by God. Compassion calls us to pay attention to the people around us.